and Julia Sondu, showing you where development is happening. Please come and join us. The former governor of Abia, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, has advised President Bola Tinubu to rather withdraw Nigeria's membership in Ecowas than to be used by the France and US to fight your brothers in Niger over their interests. Niger coup, pull Nigeria out of Ecowas instead of going to war, Kalu tells Tinubu. The former governor of Abia, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, has advised President Bola Tinubu to withdraw Nigeria's membership from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, instead of allowing the US and France to push him to what he described as unnecessary military action against the junta in the Niger Republic. Senator Kalu said this on Thursday while reacting to ECOWAS' declaration of the deployment of a standby force against the junta after the bloc's emergency summit held in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. Kalu noted that if not going to war with the Niger junta will cost Nigeria her membership in ECOWAS, President Tinubu should be ready to withdraw the country's membership from the bloc. His words, "Nobody should attempt to take us into war. We cannot go to war with Niger at all. If it means pulling out of ECOWAS, Nigeria should pull out of ECOWAS if that is ECOWAS's decision. We are a sovereign nation. Nobody can toil with 250 million Nigerians. It is not possible." He maintained that there are better courses of action than going to war for ECOWAS and Nigeria. He added, "The United States wants us to go to war. France wants us to go to war. Why don't they put their soldiers and go to war? We will give them the money to fight. Let them go to war on their own. We cannot go to war. This war is in our backyard. I plead with the President to listen to the voice of the Senate. The Senate has said no, and I'm joining the Senate, and I join the majority of Nigerians telling President Tinubu not to go to war for the sake of brotherhood and the sake of Africa." Kalu advised ECOWAS to give the coup plotters a specific time frame to present a definite plan of how and when they will return power to a democratic government. He said, "I don't think it is a good idea to go to war. What they should tell the juntas to do now is to give us a democratic transition plan for 1 year, 6 months or 2 years to return to democracy. I don't think any Nigerian soldier's death is good enough to be killed for another country. It is not our war. It is an internal problem of the Niger people." Meanwhile, Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara insists he must go to war. Ivory Coast ready to send troops to Niger. President Alassane Ouattara says country will provide a battalion and has made all financial arrangements for operation. Ivory Coast is ready to provide troops to the regional force to be deployed in Niger in case of military intervention to restore constitutional order, President Alassane Ouattara announced Thursday. Ouattara spoke in the city of Abidjan after returning from a summit in Nigeria, where leaders of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, resolved Thursday to activate the bloc's standby force for a possible military response to the recent coup in Niger. The heads of state agreed to deploy troops from a number of countries, including Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast will provide a battalion and has made all financial arrangements for the operation if it is to last 3 months, he told a press briefing. Provisions will be made at the budgetary level so that our soldiers and officers who will participate in this operation do not lack anything. So Ivory Coast is ready. Ouattara said he had instructed the Chief of Staff of the Ivorian Army to start mobilizing his troops for their participation in this ECOWAS operation. Other countries that have expressed their willingness to send troops into Niger include Nigeria, Senegal and Benin. The military led by General Abdourahmane Chiani, the former commander of Niger's Presidential Guard, overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum on July 26. Chiani, who declared himself the head of a transitional government after the military coup, unveiled a 21-member cabinet on Thursday. In addition, Ivorian president said, "ECOWAS decisions on Niger taken collectively, it's not Nigerian affair." President Alassane Ouattara of Côte d'Ivoire further said the decision by the Economic Community for West African States, ECOWAS, to deploy troops to the Niger Republic was taken collectively by member states. The cable reported that ECOWAS on Thursday during its second extraordinary meeting directed the deployment of standby military troops to restore constitutional order in the Niger Republic. Speaking with reporters after the meeting in Abuja, Ouattara described the detention of the ousted President Mohamed Bazoum by the military junta in Niger as an act of terrorism. "We had a very good summit. We thank President Tinubu for having us, for his hospitality and for the people of Nigeria," he said. "As you're aware, this is the second summit in 10 days that we have organized on Niger, and this is a critical problem we have to solve. As you're aware, Ecowas has taken many decisions in the past, legal and factual, about the coup d'etat, and the community has always condemned coup d'etat, and coup d'etat have happened in many countries in the sub-region. Ecowas has intervened in the past in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and recently in Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, and today we have a similar situation in Niger. I would like to say that Ecowas cannot accept this. This is not a matter of Nigeria against Niger, not at all. We have sent a delegation, high personalities like former President Abdul Salami Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, former Governor of CBN Sanusi, my friend, and many other personalities in this important country, to talk to the people of Niger. But they are keeping President Bazoum as a hostage. I personally consider this as a terrorist act, and we cannot let this continue. We have to act. Ecowas is nearly 400 million people, 240 million in Nigeria, 140 million in the West African Monetary Union. So this is 400 million people. If we do not have democracy, do you think that our countries will be able to move ahead? This coup d'etat is not acceptable. Alassane Ouattara, born the 1st of January 1942, is an Ivorian politician who has been president of Ivory Coast since 2010. In July 2020, he announced a run for a third term in office. His candidacy was controversial, for the Ivorian constitution permits only 2 presidential terms. The Constitutional Court ruled that the first term under a different constitution did not count for the purposes of the 2-term rule of the current constitution, thus allowing Ouattara's candidacy. This led to violent protests in Abidjan and throughout the country. The election of October 2020 was thus boycotted by a large part of the opposition, and saw the re-election of Alassane Ouattara with 95.31% of the votes under a 53.90% turnout. Also speaking with reporters, Macky Sall, Senegalese president, said he was in support of the decision taken by Ecowas. "I support the action that has been proposed by Ecowas, that we do not accept this coup to stand, and that we make every effort to make sure that constitutional order returns to Niger," Sall said. "If we had made mistakes in the past, we should try to correct them now. There is always a time to get started. I think it was a mistake not to have taken action previously, but now that we are together on this, we should take action to make sure that it does not continue." This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.